After you've acknowledged that you have a workplace bully, even a subtle workplace bully, the next thing you need to do is work toward ending the bullying and lowering your stress. Now, confronting a bully can be really risky, especially if that bully has any kind of power or influence. Even if they're not in leadership, if they're just one of those people who has some influence over others and has power without authority, they can really do some damage to you if you try to confront them. Unless you have somebody on your side who I call an advocate who has your back, somebody who's supporting you in some way. It could be somebody who you don't report to even. It could be just somebody who's well respected in the company, and the bully needs to at least have some respect for your advocate. If you want to think about and consider whether you want to confront the bully for a while, that's okay. In the meantime, I want you to do two things. Number one, document every interaction you have with the bully. And number two, develop coping strategies so that you can cope with the stress. Let's look at the first one, document everything. Now, I suggest that you document on something like a Word document and keep it on a flash drive. Do not keep a Word document like this on your work computer. But if you have it on a flash drive, you can bring it home and pop it onto your own personal computer or Mac. The other thing is you need to document things that happen right after they occur. Conversations right after they happen, actions right after they happen. People have told me, oh, I don't have to do it right away. I can document it later. I'll remember all the details. No, you won't. You really won't. And you need to get every detail out of your mind, all the emotion, and keep in mind, while I say every emotion, this document that you're creating is document you're not going to share with anyone. Later, you're going to take this number one document and you're going to clean it up and you're going to take all the emotion out so it just has the facts. And the second Word document you create from the first one, this is the one that has just the facts. That's the one that you might be sharing with someone if you need to. Now, the other thing you can do with emails, if the person used some subtle bullying in email, you can take a screenshot of it, pop it into the Word document, either copy and paste or pop it in as a JPEG, and then you can write comments about whatever it is you want to say. Or if the particular emails are in Outlook or some other email type of client, you can often on a computer click and drag them, except on your computer be this way, click and drag them into your flash drive in a folder. No matter how trivial or how subtle the bully's behavior toward you seem, just document it. By documenting everything that happens, you will establish a pattern. Let's talk about developing some coping strategies. When you're being bullied at work, even subtle bullying, you can get really, really stressful, and that can harm your health. It's going to bring down your productivity. It's going to affect your home life. Yeah. So while you're deciding what to do, even if you decide you need to find another job, that's going to take some time. So now you're into coping strategies. So in my book, I share a lot of ideas for coping strategies, and you can pick and choose what works for you. But I'm just going to share a few of them with you right now. First of all, try to put some distance between you and the bully. If there's any way that you can telecommute once or twice a week, that would be great. Just not being in their presence is a good idea. Secondly, try to always have a witness, another person with you whenever you're in the presence of the bully, whenever you're on a conference call. Try to not talk to them on the phone if there's no one else there. Always have a second person, if possible, to hear and see everything that's going on from the bully to you. As much as possible, don't play the bully's games. One thing that a lot of subtle bullies do to their targets is to try to get their targets to feel shame. If you start to sense that that target or that bully is trying to get you to feel shame, just don't even go there. Talk about this workplace bullying situation with 1 or 2 or even 3 close friends who can understand it, who won't put guilt on you or make you think that you're making this up or that you're pulling it on yourself. It has to be somebody who understands the idea of subtle workplace bullying. Also, get some exercise. Schedule exercise if you can. And I don't mean necessarily go to a class, just in case your schedule is tight, but get in some exercise. If you belong to a gym, make sure you go. If you can do it in the beginning of the day or end of the workday, that is really great. Many people often like this next one I'm going to share with you. If possible, hire someone or hire people to clean your house. I know cleaning your house is exercise, but having it done for you and having that house clean is a real stress reliever. For me it is anyway. It's a big time saver. So then all you need to do is put all the papers away and get all the clutter out of the way, thrown out, put away, stored, filed. And that's half of the work of cleaning your house, isn't it? And then having somebody clean it once a week or once every other week, big stress saver. My last tip for right now is, if possible, try to get 7 or 8 hours of sleep every night. Now, I realize that when you're being bullied by any kind of bully at work, it's often harder to sleep anyway, but if you're a pretty good sleeper, go to bed earlier and get as much sleep as possible, because when your stress level's high, if you're not getting enough sleep, then that's going to add to your stress. Subtle bullies in the workplace hurt morale, lower employee productivity, and lower employee engagement. It's so important to address workplace bullying for many different reasons in the workplace. For you as an individual, if you're going through it right now, and even if you're not going through it right now, it could be someday. And this hurts people's ability to take care of themselves, to make a living, because they're always on that cusp of being fired or being laid off, which is often what happens to targets. Please check out my book, Not All Bullies Yell and Throw Things, How to Survive a Subtle Workplace Bully, on Amazon. Click the description box below. I'll have a link to it. And also, if you're interested in this topic, check out the other videos on this channel. If you're on mobile, you can click the little eye in the upper right-hand corner. That will open up a couple other videos that you might be interested in watching. But thanks for watching, and please subscribe.